It's day 3. I have woken up at 8:30 to switch on the pump. But anyway, usually I do wake up by 8:30, like without an alarm I woke up. But I want to go back to bed, but at the same time, today I'm just feeling really... Okay, you want to say something on video? Say. Simaki, say. Okay, thank you for that input. Anyway, so yeah, I got up and my heart is still beating really fast, and I know that's what my body's supposed to do, but that kind of tricks me into feeling like I don't feel great, because it's beating so fast that it's making me feel anxious, you know. I don't know if that's a good thing anymore. Like, it's been happening for so many days now. So I'm gonna water my plants and do other things that distract me from it, because I'm starting to feel really, I don't know, not scared. Scared might not be the word. I'm starting to feel a little suffocated at home. I don't know. I feel like I have to keep myself distracted with, I don't know, watering plants or doing household chores at 8:30 in the morning, just so I don't lose it. I'm not gonna lose it. I don't know, maybe I will lose it, but we have enough water. Yay! So I have shifted to using all natural products, and mostly to make sure I'm using cruelty-free products. So I have trying to shift all to Biotique or Khadi. That's my Khadi conditioner, which is almost over. So I bought this just 2 days ago when I went for my COVID medicine run. What's really sad is that I really wanted to know how it smells before buying it, but I couldn't smell it and I couldn't delay it because I have only one little swig of conditioner left, so I couldn't risk it. My toothpaste is going to always be Himalaya, because they don't test on animals. Biotique doesn't either, Khadi doesn't either, so I have to now. I have a cruelty-free sunscreen. Now I have to figure a cruelty-free moisturizer, but obviously not right now. Not going anywhere, so I don't really put moisturizer. I only put it if I'm going out and I have dry skin. I don't really, at least right now, I'm not giving a shit about wearing any kind of creams on myself to make myself any more uncomfortable than I already am. But I do oil my hair before I bathe. Though I didn't bathe yesterday, I just couldn't get myself to. I was too tired. Whew, my breathing is okay. Touch wood. We'll have to see throughout the day. But I think the meds are working, which is a great sign. I don't know if I have anything else to say. Auntie said she'd be giving breakfast by 10:30. So let's see. I think I'll just try to go back to sleep, though I don't think sleep will come, because my heart is beating too fast, and when I start thinking about too many things, and it's just annoying. I just wish my report would come so that I could tell my work people that it is positive. I have told them that I have all the symptoms and it's mostly positive, but until and unless the report is in my hand and it says positive, they still have benefit of doubt to believe that I'm not, you know. And not that I don't want to work, there is no work to do only. I in fact want to work, because I'm getting a little concerned because we're reaching a deadline for one of the festivals and I really want to submit it, but these guys are just, I don't know, dude. But I'll pester them tomorrow. Today is Sunday. I started this vlog thinking, not even started it, I just thought about it when I woke up, that I should probably vlog a day in my life with this illness. And immediately after I thought of that, it felt so tiring to vlog it. Like, oh my god, I have to get the camera up and put it before I do anything and everything. It just internally made me sigh. So I might not do that because it's tiring. But yeah, how do vloggers actually do this all the time? Like, yuck. Putting the camera up before doing each and everything. Doing things twice so that you catch it on camera. Oh my god. मला नाही होत. But the oximeter that Aishwarya has bought for me will come today, hopefully. So I have to keep checking my oxygen. I think it'll be fine because my breathing isn't that bad today. Yesterday morning it was kind of bad. I myself was scared even before going to the doctor, and then I went to her and she was like, if it gets worse we may have to hospitalize. Oh my god, that's the one word I really didn't think it would have to come to. I just thought सब लोग घर पे रिकवर हो रहे हैं, मैं भी करूँगी. But ठीक है यार, हो जाएगा. I'll be fine. It almost feels like I was able to earn a lot last month because the universe knew that this bitch is going to go and get COVID somewhere. Better fill up her pockets a little bit right now so she can take care of herself. And I'm so grateful. I can't believe I'm saying grateful. I know I do have COVID. I'm not grateful for COVID, but I am grateful for the opportunities I got that came my way to be able to earn a little few extra monies last month. Thank you. Someday we'll talk about money, but not today. I think there's a lot of other things to worry about than dedicate my entire mental stability to money worries, because money worries are constant. So it's not like it's going anywhere. I'll just do it another day or never do it. I just want to marry someone rich. Send that also my way, na? Instead of sending Tinder ads and Bumble ads, just send me someone. बस हो गया. Dating app क्यों भेज रहे हो? बस बंदा ही भेज दो. I won't have to make money through those ads. I will find the man. He will make the money. I will still star in ads if I want to. More than sickness today, I'm feeling like a gloom. Because usually, I don't know. Because the weekend, and usually my weekends are nice and happy, and this time my weekend wasn't nice and happy. So it just feels very sad and incomplete. And I don't think there's anything that can make me feel different about it, because no matter what I'm doing, I'm still going to be sick. I'm still going to internally feel like my body is not great. That's why I have to watch movies. I have to distract myself. If I just sit in my room and think about stuff, it's just going to worry me. Look, hypothetically, I don't have that much to worry about. Touch wood, I have a job which is not going anywhere anytime soon. Touch fucking wood, I hope now that I've said it, it's not like, it's not a challenge for you, universe. Just let me keep it. I worry about that because considering I don't have that much work, they just might be like, why don't you join us in July? We don't have the money to pay you right now. So I just fucking hope it doesn't come to that. That's why I'm going to pester them and trouble them every single day to give me that approval so that I have work to do. And I have work to do. They are being super slow about it. I'm not going to rant about it right now. Fuck it. It's my Sunday. We will worry about money and jobs and productivity and capitalism tomorrow. I was saying something important. Yeah, hypothetically, not hypothetically, I genuinely do not have that much to worry about right now. I have a job. I am at home quarantining, which is a great luxury. I'm not at the risk of infecting any family members or any loved ones. I'm able to walk around the house, which I am so fucking grateful for. If Aishwarya was here, I would be stuck in my own room. I would have to take her permission every time I wanted to come out. I would have thoroughly sanitized the bathroom and the toilet and so many other things. I would not be able to go in the kitchen. She'd have to bring me every single thing I wanted. Right now I'm just happy I'm able to just walk around the house, my germs all over the place, not having to worry about it. And she was feeling bad that, oh my god, I didn't even realize I'm not wearing my glasses. I probably look so dumb. I hope I'm even in the frame. She was feeling really bad that she couldn't okay, still recording, that she couldn't take care of me during this crisis. And I was like, no dude, like please don't feel bad. I am so glad you're not there. I'm so glad nobody is restricting me to one tiny little room. I love my room, I do, but being in my room would just mean not being able to walk, just literally stuck in one position on my bed lying down. I would feel sicker than I am, because I would just, it would give the illusion that I'm sick also. Not illusion, it would reinforce it. So I'm just so glad she's not here, and I don't need anyone to take care of me. There's nothing to do. क्या है करने को? Like if I was like fever stricken or something and couldn't move, then I'd understand. Touch wood, I'm fine. All I have to do is take my medicines after every meal. That's it. I can do that. I don't need someone to do that for me. And thank God for Priya auntie that I'm getting my meals. Like, thank fucking God. If I had a maid, what would I do? Because I'd have to not call the maid, and then I'd have to cook all of my meals. Or worse, I'd have to order them out every day. Gee, I'm so fucking blessed. See, this is what I mean. I have such few things to worry about right now. Mom and dad seem fine. They don't have any symptoms, even though I was I was infected when I met them, because I got my first symptom on Sunday night. And I spent Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night with them. So that's 2.5 days. And they didn't get infected. And then I spent Monday morning also with them, just like 2 hours before I left. But still, that's when the disease was active. And actually, it's so funny now that I think about it. I didn't think about this earlier, but when I was leaving, they both came with me because they had to go to the hospital to get their vaccination. And so how it happened was, we took the rickshaw and then we reached the hospital, which was on the way. They got off and I went my way. Usually what happens whenever I'm in Karjat is, I give a proper like goodbye or whatever. I say bye to them and I hug my mom and I give her a kiss, and she gives me a kiss, and then we leave. I'm so glad that didn't happen this time. Like, I felt bad when I was in the rickshaw and they left and the bye was just like a wave. I felt quite bad. I felt like, this time I didn't get to. And I always take a selfie with her before leaving, so that also didn't happen. So I was feeling very bad. Okay, why didn't I say a proper goodbye at home? Why didn't I hug them? Why didn't I kiss them? Sorry. I don't even remember if I said bye to Keto. I think I did. I left in a hurry. But oh my god, I am so glad right now that didn't happen, because that could have been that could have sealed it. Thank God it didn't happen that way or any other way. Also, praise the Lord. I think I'm gonna shut it for now. I don't think I have any other updates. I'm not gonna go to the doctor today because it's a Sunday. She's not open. Unless something's emergency. I have a number and I text her, so unless there's an emergency, I won't be needing to visit a doctor today. I have my medicines. I'll be fine.
This boy looks all cute and sweet. But what time does he wake me up every morning? What time does he wake me up? I wish cats had a fucking sense of time. He wakes me up sometimes at 4 o'clock, sometimes at 5 o'clock, sometimes at 6 o'clock. Because he has no idea that it's fucking 4. Not, I don't know. Even if you wake me up at 7, it's fine, bro. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Your breakfast time is 9:30 a.m. Not before that. Not before that. I know you're hungry. Even I am hungry. But if we eat too soon, then we'll feel hungry also sooner, na, Baba? I know for you, breakfast time means when it is bright outside. And when it gets bright at whatever. It doesn't even get bright at 4 a.m. Okay, so what is your excuse? What is your damn excuse, Timmy? I put him in my room because I was sleeping in the hall today. So I locked him in that room and I went back to sleep. Lol. And then I went to check on him when I woke up 2-3 hours later. Okay, not that long. I think 2 hours later. He was sleeping in his little bed, in his little box on the window, fast asleep. But then when I went to check on him, he saw me and he got up. He got up. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. He got up and he was like, oh my god, she's here. It's breakfast time. But it wasn't. It still isn't. That's why he's sitting here. That's why he's sitting here quietly. Till I will say whether it's dinner time. It's 9:20, so there's 10 minutes. So just calm down. Just you calm down, okay? You calm down. My sweet boy. Oh my god. I have to take him to the vet for this thing. Watering eye, but now it's going to have to wait. It's going to have to wait, Timaki. But whole day this little bugger sleeps beside me and I love it. He's always, whichever room I go to, he'll sit with me. Even if it's the bathroom, he'll sit outside and he'll watch me. Or he'll just sit and he'll get comfortable and fall asleep or something. Because he's a cutie pie. Look here. What would cats look like if they had drooping ears? So, why don't any cats have drooping ears? Only dogs have drooping ears. Hey, idhar dekhna bhai. Oh. No, I guess you guys would look a little too dumb because your ears are very small. If you had longer ears and they drooped, maybe. This is better upwards only. Like a little rabbit. This is like a little rabbit. Are you a rabbit? Are you a rabbit? Are you a rabbit? Timothy? Timothy? No, he's going away. I have tested the limits of his patience. He's going to go and meow for food. He has no other objective or purpose in life before 9:30 a.m. except to eat my ears off. Oh, good, he's gone. The thing that slightly concerns me about him, it's very silly, but he doesn't know how to use his paw to do things. Like, Keto is so smart. If he wants to get into a room or get out of a room, he'll use his paws. He can push doors with his head or whatever. Okay, that Timothy can do. But Keto knows to open doors with his paw. Like, he'll pull it open. But this guy has no idea how to do that. He sits outside this door, this passage door, okay? He'll sit behind it and there'll be like a slight gap, okay? So he can see outside. Standing behind the door, he can see the living room. But because his head is not fitting, he just sits there and he cries. He's so dumb. He doesn't know if he just puts his paw and uses a little force, the door will open and he can go. So many times I always have to come and open the door for him because he's crying there, not knowing how to get out. Even though he can see the room, he's not able to be in the room, so he doesn't understand. How do I teach him to use his paws? How is he so dumb? Why is it not coming to him naturally? So sometimes I go there when he's crying and I lift his paw and I use his paw to open the door and I tell him, अरे ऐसे करना भाई, तुझसे क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? He can push doors with his head, so at least there's that, thank God. That also he learned out of fear, because sometimes Goldie comes in, right? So then he just somehow he just pushes his way through a door and it opens and he goes in. He doesn't consciously do it. आ गया मेरा बच्चा आ गया. इधर आ. Hey, Mickey, come here. Come here. We're talking about you. I think I'm gonna check my weight today because I'm feeling frisky. Oh my god. Yesterday I was feeling frisky and I confronted an old friend about this guy that we were both seeing, but she didn't know that I was seeing him. I knew that she was seeing him. It was all casual, so there was nothing wrong going on, but it was still, like, does she know that I know? Does he know that I know that I'm gonna tell her? And I did tell her yesterday, after over a year. I just wanted to know whether she actually was being casual or was he lying to me, but turns out everything was casual and I had nothing to worry about, so it's good. It wasn't awkward, we didn't make it awkward, and I don't even see that guy anymore, so it doesn't matter. It's just, it's just something I had to get off my mind, and I was feeling really like, what's there to lose? Yesterday I was feeling very frisky is the word, I guess. I was feeling very like I need to do something about it, like I need to get a few things off my chest. So I did it. Thankfully it didn't turn ugly, but I unfollowed the guy and I removed him from my followers as well, because no point in having a fuckboy around when they're not useful to you anymore. So took it out. And his whole personality is centered around him being funny, and he's not even funny. Or I think you stop finding people funny once you don't like them anymore, even if they actually are. So I don't find him funny anymore, so he's out. Anyway, I'm not dedicating a vlog to him. No, ew, too. I don't know, I wasn't supposed to come back here, lol. But then it's gonna be some time before I get breakfast, and like I said, if I'm left to my thoughts too much today, I think I'm going to spiral, and I don't want that to happen. Thankfully I have Timothy. Genuinely would not know what. I'm pretty sure this is a really bad angle, but whatever. I can't care about looking good right now. I need to have a bath today. I'm going to finish this fucking book that I've been reading. I'm just gonna fucking finish it. And I'm gonna watch another movie. I watched The Curious Case of Benjamin Button yesterday. Quite nice, quite cool. I didn't understand why it had to be 2.5 hours long. A film has to be really fucking good to be that long. Like, justify it to me. I know that's not how it should be. Like, you're a filmmaker, you make your film for however long you want. It's your creative expression. Yada yada yada. But you're making it for me, right? You're making it for the audience to view it. So I just thought it was too long. It took me a whole day to finish it in maybe 6 or 7 sittings. So let's see what I'll watch today. I have been consciously trying not to feel like I have to get all my movie content done in this 1 week while I'm sick, because I have free time and I have to be productive, and there are other people who have COVID on my friend list, and they're like sourcing lists of movies to watch, and another friend has COVID right now, and she's been reading and she's been cooking because she doesn't have any symptoms at all whatsoever. I don't know why she got tested. I should find out. She's completely normal, so she's like, being super productive, and her productivity has always, like, not bothered me, but it's always made me envious. So yeah, but I'm consciously not going to compare myself to those standards. I don't need to do that shit. No, I'm fucking sick. All I'm going to do is lay in my bed, talk to my phone, talk to my cat, and that's it. Yeah, and eat. I'm basically eating all the time. Timmy, guess what time it is? Oh, I kept him waiting so long, he fell asleep. Come, it's breakfast time! Yay! For you, it's not breakfast. For you, it's, I don't know, lunch? Lunch? Come. Lunch time. Lunch time. You should see him, he's so cute. Oh, he always does this. My baby. He has one full cup of cat food. Don't do that, it will fall. It will be all over your face. Now he will nibble on it like a little rat. आ गया वापस आ गया वापस आ गया ये बच्चा मेरा बच्चा Don't you see it's getting late now, baby? So you know what I did? The other day auntie gave me dragon fruit to eat. Ooh, and I didn't finish it. And you know how dragon fruit is, right? It's basically you're eating seeds. So I took the leftover and I put it here. And there's little saplings coming out. Hey, there's water. There's little saplings of dragon fruit tree that are coming out. That's pretty freaking cool. Let's see. I mean, obviously, it won't grow too much, I guess. I'll have to. Let's see. I never keep plants alive anyway, so I'm not expecting much. But I had also put papaya seeds. I just put random seeds in these things and they grow. So that had grown. No, it wasn't papaya. It was jamun. So our colony has a jamun tree. And last year someone plucked it or whatever and they distributed it amongst the buildings. So they gave us also. And I fucking hate jamun. And I think even Anisha didn't like it. It was during the lockdown only. So I took the seeds and I put it in that plant. Like I took the fruit and I just threw it in that pot. And it grew so much. Look, now it's all brown. But it grew like to that level. So I was like, wow. But I guess it needed to be planted somewhere where it could turn into a tree. And this pot was too small, so it died. Sad. Oh my god, I have to do the dishes today, but I just don't feel... I feel really tired. And I'm feeling a bit breathless also. But... yeah, I think maybe if I eat some food, I'll feel better. Fucking hell. I don't know, I hope I feel better. But yeah. I'm not worried, even if my breathing gets bad and I have to be hospitalized, and that's what I have to do. I'm not going to be scared about it. I'm not going to push it away. People have assured me that the money will come from anywhere. Karen has been very helpful and reassuring about the whole thing. She's like, don't worry about money, I'll figure it out, I'll ask my friends, they will help. Because she knows that my parents aren't going to help. I'm so glad I have a sister. I genuinely do not know how my life would have turned out if it wasn't for her. I would have been a completely different person. I wouldn't be this Eden at all. I feel like I would have been one of those... one of my childhood friends that weren't really my friends, but they were just people I went to church with, so I hung out with them and they went to school with me. The basic traditional Thane Catholic girl that still lives at home, has probably gotten married, probably has a kid, got married to some Catholic boy that their parents were happy about and wanted them to get married to them, go to church every Sunday, are religious,
not just religious, they're just, I don't know, I'm so glad I'm not that person, because all the people that I went to school with and I grew up with, they are still there, they're still doing that shit. Very few of us have actually broken away from that Thane Catholic girl stereotype and have become different people, independent people that can think outside of, I don't know, I'm not going to say religion, it's not religion, it's just, they're just, I don't know, maybe I'm just shitting on people and their choices when I shouldn't. They have the choice to be the family girl if they want to, or their parents' girl, and do things that make their parents happy. But it's literally only because of Karen that I'm not like that. Or I would have just, what would have stopped me from being that, right? Like, all my friends that I have that are like that, they are the older sibling, or they are the only sibling, so that's how they've influenced the younger sibling also to be. And if I was the only sibling or the older sibling, I think even I would have turned out like that. Okay, it's getting really tiring to walk and talk. I'm a little scared. My breathing isn't very great right now. I have to wait for the oximeter to come, and then just keep a check on my oxygen. And I know it feels like this, but then when I go and get it checked, the doctor told me yesterday it was normal, even though I was feeling more shit than right now. But it's just, every time I try to take a heavy breath, I feel like it chokes me here, and it gives me this sensation of I can't breathe anymore. I have to let it out. And it's not enough, I want to breathe more. My breakfast is here. Auntie kept it outside the door. It's so cute because she keeps it outside the door. She rings my bell and then she goes inside her door. And I open the door like after 10 seconds of her ringing the bell, so she has time to go inside her door. And she'll wait behind her safety door and she'll just look at me, pick up the food and take it in. Every day, every time she gives the food, she'll never like close the door before seeing that I've taken the food. But it's so sweet. At the same time, it just makes me feel so sad. Because I can't, it's not the same. It's so unusual. But it's just cute. Let's get a plate. This is the only time in the 3 years of living here that I regret not having bought plates for the house. Because actually Anisha had bought plates for the house. So we were using her plates. Now she's taken them. So all we have are a few steel plates that thankfully Harshal's mom gave, otherwise I would not have anything, and some that Aishwarya bought. But yeah, these days when I don't feel like doing dishes, I regret that I never really bought any plates. So I have to keep washing them. Sunday breakfast is my favorite because it's burji, and Priya auntie's husband makes them, and he makes it so well. Oh my god, I love it. It's so nice and spicy, and oh no, I just realized I might not be able to taste it. But still, even the thought of it is so exciting. It looks a little different today. It's usually more red. Maybe they haven't put a lot of chili for me. I don't know, because of me. But it's still so exciting. So I eat it with this. She gives this pav every Sunday. Otherwise, she usually gives chapati and omelette. So Sunday is the special breakfast. She gives soft pav or she gives hard pav, which I love. Because I've eaten hard pav all my life. So I really like it. It tastes so good with tea. Oh my god, I miss it. I miss going to Yazdani and all these Irani cafes, and it's been so long. Even before the pandemic started, I hadn't been there for a long time. So, okay. So I'm gonna eat this with, you guessed it, my ever reliable. This I think is after Harshal and Attu, this is my best friend. Ketchup. I literally don't go a day without eating ketchup because I eat chapati and omelette every day, right? So ketchup features every day of my life. and I'm going to eat my lovely cheese that I really love. My laughing cow cheese. Oh. Aishwarya and I had gone on a supermarket shopping spree for groceries last week. I've put the inhaler on because my breathing is a little bad right now, so I should do it. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. I can't. I have the sweetest friends. Swati just sent me pizza. She told me yesterday she was sending me pizza, and she asked me what kind of pizza I want and stuff. I didn't give her any details because I didn't want her to say anything, because even she has COVID and her COVID is a lot worse than mine. But she still sent me pizza. Oh my god, this looks so beautiful. I really didn't want her to send any. Like, genuinely, I'm so touched, but I really wish she wouldn't have. Because when I'm not tasting much, it feels like a waste. It's not a waste, it's a beautiful gesture that's made me so happy and is making me feel good, which actually is so important in recovery, right? You have to feel good to feel better. I'm so happy. How sweet of her.